Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lori from Bookishly Lori. So today I am going to tell you guys 5 different books or book series that I never intend on reading. These are just books that for different reasons, and I'll go into it. I'm okay if I die and have not read these books. Like, these are not on my read before I die list. And these are really popular books that everyone, a lot of people say, oh, this book will change your life, or you have to read this, or this needs to be on your list, but not for me, you know. So let's jump right into it. So I kind of rated my list from most possible that I maybe one day will read it under the right circumstances, all the way down to just no. No, absolutely not. I'm sorry, it's not happening for this girl. So number 1, the one that I might read under the right circumstances, might give another try because I DNF'd to this book, is the Diviner series by Libba Bray. So this is a very popular book series. It's set in the 1920s, and to my understanding it has ghosts and witchcraft and the occult and stuff like that. So my problem with this series, I want to get more into horror and scary books, and I feel like it's a perfect October type read, and I really wanted to be into it. But I tried to read it on audiobook, and a lot of people recommend the audiobook, but I only listened to it for maybe an hour, and I just could not get into it. The main character was really annoying to me, and even through that whole exposition period, I just kept going back to the very beginning where what is his name? Naughty John gets released from the Ouija board. That was the most interesting part. I didn't want to know about Effie, Etsy, whatever her name is. She just seemed really silly and annoying. I don't know if it was the audiobook or what, but I just could not handle her when I read The Diviners at first. So I don't know if I should give it a second chance, but I also know that I really don't like witchy occult type books, so I'm not sure if it would be for me anyway. So yeah, that would be one that I will probably never read. Second up on my list, I have the Illuminae Files, another popular series. This one is just because science fiction and sci-fi and that kind of stuff is really not my favorite genre. I mean, literally the only sci-fi type thing that I can think of that I enjoy is Saga, and that's a graphic novel. I do think it's interesting that Illuminae, the series, is mixed media. I really like that. However, I just feel the plot and the concept of it is not appealing enough for me to devote the amount of time to sort through all of those files and mixed media format things, and I've even considered listening to the audiobook and reading it alongside, but it doesn't interest me enough. It doesn't hold my interest enough to invest the time for it, sadly. Number 3 is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Jesse the Reader, sorry, not that he's ever going to watch this video, but yeah, this is a popular series, and I always associate it with Tahara Mafi's husband wrote this series. Mr. Mafi, sorry, Ransom Riggs wrote this series, and I saw the movie. I've never read the books, saw the movie, fell asleep in the movie. The movie kind of turned me off for the whole series, so I don't know if the books are supposedly better than the movie or what, but again, just from what I saw in the movie and the general premise of it, it really did not seem interesting or something that could hold my attention for long. I might be wrong. I also really, World War II books are not my thing, and it has some elements of World War II, or it mentions World War II. I remember it's like a fever dream. It's what happened? I don't know. It was really weird. So yeah, I have no intentions of ever reading that series. Number 4. It. I will not be caught dead reading it. No. First of all, it's over 1,000 pages. I don't need that in my life. I have other things to do. I can't be sitting here reading a 1,000-page book. I don't care if it's like a feat of like reader status. I'm not doing it. I'm not here for it. No. Second of all, Adriana from Perpetual Pages, I'll link their video down below. A long time ago they did a rant review about it, and it like scarred me from ever reading that book. I like spoiled me. I'm glad it did, because it like I don't want any part of that. I don't want that in my life. I don't need to read that. No. No thank you. If you know, you know. No. It's 1,000 pages long. I don't need that. And I don't know. It like, honestly, after that video and like just other videos I've seen of people talking about Stephen King, and like, I'm okay with the movies. Is that bad to say? Maybe. Like, I'm sure Stephen King fans are like shocked right now, or like unsubscribing as we speak. I'm sorry, but like The Shining is one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm not reading the book. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, I'm totally okay never seeing or just seeing the movies and not reading the books. It's hard for people to handle, but it's true. I mean, and you know, it is what it is. And the last book is probably the most shocking, and that's Harry Potter. You might be wondering, Lori, have you been to Universal and Harry Potter World? Yeah. Lori, do you have a wand from Harry Potter World? You bet I do. Lori, you love Harry Potter. You've seen all the movies. Yeah. Am I gonna read them? No. Harry Potter was one of those things that like, it was a part of my childhood in the sense that I feel like it was a part of a lot of people's childhood. You know, I watched the movies growing up, and I like Harry Potter in the sense that it's like a normal like for me. Some people, most people, it like is a part of them. And it was just never that for me. It was just never like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. Like, and it honestly, like, I'm sorry, but if you like put your Hogwarts house on your bio for everything, like even your dating profile, do you really know yourself as a person? Or are you just identifying yourself based on your Hogwarts house? That's the real question that I want you to think about. No, but like honestly, I feel like I am someone that was not affected by J.K. Rowling being who she is on Twitter, because I just didn't really grow up with it in that sense. I grew up watching the movies, and I do like it. I've been to Harry Potter World and Universal, but like, I'm fine never reading the books. I know the meaning of this series. I know that it promotes friendship, and I think it's an awesome series for young readers to read, and I know it's gotten so many people into reading, and I can appreciate it for that, but it didn't get me into reading, and so I don't have that connection to it, and I feel like the time for me to read it has passed. And like I've said, I really don't like witch books, or like, first of all, I don't like witches and wizards. It's just not my thing. Second of all, I don't like boarding schools, so I don't like that. I just feel like there's really nothing compelling me to read it because I already know the result. So that's kind of unfortunate. I mean, if I was just someone who had never seen the movies, or had only seen the first movie or something like that, I would have, you know, continued with the book series. I have only ever read the first Harry Potter, and I mean, that was like when I was a child. So you would think, me being really bookish and like loving reading from a young age, that I would have read them as a kid, but it just, the time passed and that was just not what I was into. So yeah, the Harry Potter ship sailed for me, and I'm fine never getting on that ship. So those were 5 books series that I just think I'm never going to read. I might watch this when I'm 30, 40, and I'll be like, those are my favorite books, you know, but I highly doubt it. I know myself as a reader, and unless something drastically changes, I could see those being series that I'm perfectly content and fine never reading. There are so many other amazing books that I have on my TBR, and books that I want to get to, and series that I want to get to, that I don't feel guilty, even though these are really popular series. And of course, I just want to say, if I mentioned one of your favorite series, it's not an attack on you that I don't want to read them. We're all our own readers, and we can all read what we want to read and what works best for us. C'est la vie. It's all good. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope it made you laugh, because I know I find like negative type videos really funny to watch, and just take it lightly and take it as a joke, because really it's a book. You can read whatever you want. It's not that deep. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and remember, enjoy the journey. Bye. You should have seen the way that you bloom. I think I saw your face in the moon. I promise I'll be with